Yeah, he does have a nose. Let me put that on.
Oh. Oh, wow, he's got a nose. He's got a nose now.
My hand slipped.
We did my AOTY.
That was a very low-key start. Let's do something a bit more active, I think. Hey guys, welcome back to the Vanity Project's Christmas special. Top 10 albums of the year drawn in MS Paint. Last time we saw Rob drawing his 10 hot fire albums in the JS Paint app on the interweb. This time it's gonna be me, your gal, FJ, MC, Flora, the gatekeeper Flo.
The rules are 3 minutes to draw the cover of your album of the year. Seems like a lot of time. It's not a lot of time. 3, 2, 1, bink.
Okay, so it's like
Immediately I just forget how much more slapdash you are. I'm there being careful and drawing little lines and being ooh, ooh, ooh. You're just straight in.
It's a big viaduct here, so it's kind of thing. So we'll just do that.
I don't think you know what a viaduct is.
Shut the fuck up!
Is this the anime Attack on Titan?
Close. Very close, actually. Very close to the anime Attack on Titan. In that it is also a piece of media.
Is that a boat?
Yes! Oh my god, I've drawn something recognisable.
There's
a little boat here. And now it's time to just add a bit more detail.
Oh no! Flora, I quite liked it before that.
Alright, fine.
No. Is it Red by Taylor Swift?
Taylor's version? No. That I thought about putting that on here, but then I remembered I hadn't listened to it.
That's your time.
You're going to love to hear this. I've not been recording on the iPhone the entire time. So let's just start that now. This is clearly and you'll sympathise at how difficult an album this was to draw. This is the Richard Dawson and Circle album, Henke.
Oh, I really didn't think this would be on here. You did not seem very warm on it.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't really get a chance to reintroduce my thoughts on albums in general this year, which is that I thought in general this year was thoroughly average for albums. Worse than average. No albums really overtook me this year. Or it's kind of a bit of a lie. What I actually listened to non-stop was I See a Darkness by Bonnie Prince Billy, which would be my album for the year. But number one, I only listened to it because I was getting over a breakup. Getting over is a loose term. And number two, it had this unfortunate characteristic of coming out in 1999, so it's not eligible for the list. No albums really took me this year, but I did like all of them. I did like this album. It's definitely my least favourite Richard Dawson album in some time, but then it's not really a Richard Dawson album. It's just a Richard Dawson fronting a Finnish band called Circle. And I think in general, Circle sometimes, the band, the instrumentation, it kind of swallows up the mix a bit and isn't as interesting. But Richard Dawson, as ever, is just a phenomenal songwriter and a beautiful singer.
3, 2, 1, go.
Some interesting albums on neither of our list, by the way, which I think we should talk about.
Go on.
Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I really liked it, and then I never listened to it again.
Yeah, kind of the same. It's always the smiley face.
Truly
Okay, now,
don't know what this is.
guy here. Ooh, this is the big guy.
I feel like this song. I love his song. Finish it off. Finish it off. You've got a minute and 10 seconds.
That'll do. There's a tree there.
This looks like
that all in green.
it looks like Cliff with the Big Red Dog
as well.
Is that what it is?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're kind of there.
I know what this is, and I'm quite surprised
there.
this is on your list. I didn't know.
I don't know.
I didn't even know you listened to this. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but you've actually not done an awful job here, and you've got 28 seconds left. Oh, actually, no, you've destroyed it. What the hell's that?
It's a guy, but I kind of fucked him up. He looks a bit like an Among Us character. Do you remember Among Us, guys? That was a game that everyone liked, wasn't it?
Do you remember Lockdown 1, guys? Do you remember Tiger King, guys?
Do you want to reveal what this is?
I believe it is Fever Dream by Villagers, which I liked. I think I put it 18th. Villagers
in general, amazing folk artists. Both of these have been sort of art folk artists, people who take folk in weird and wonderful directions. Richard Dawson often quite aggressive and weird and twisted with it. Villagers often a lot more gentle, psychedelic tinged. But if we're talking about psychedelic folk, this is the most out there he's gone. If his last album was kind of almost a play to something a bit more like song focused, chorus focused, hook focused. This one is the most sort of spaced out, acid tinged one he's done so far.
Un, deux, trois, you're a twat.
Another album neither of us put on our lists. I didn't appreciate
no
that.
appreciation for that. Cool.
I didn't appreciate it at all, of course not. Another album neither of us put on our lists.
Yeah.
The Silk Sonic album.
Yes, I enjoyed it. But then I started listening to Anderson .Paak's solo records. And I think if I hadn't have done that, it would have placed higher. But it just made me realise how much more I like his solo records.
That's fair enough. I mean, I actually think they're probably both... I like both about as much as each other. But what got me about the Silk Sonic album is red, orange, yellow, green. I liked a lot of it. A lot. But then it started turning into a Red Hot Chili Peppers album at times, and that confused me.
I still don't get that.
It really did, and that threw me. I didn't really understand what the point that was.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers is like a load of rock boys doing funk, but they are some funk boys doing funk, so I don't get how that's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
It's true. I guess I just thought it was a bit weird and
corny.
like hyper sexy for no reason.
Yeah, it is a sexy. The thing is, you don't like things that are sexy. It's a very sexy
No,
album.
yeah,
Like,
it's true.
He just talks about like orgasms quite plainly in that album. I can imagine you listening, being like, "Oh no, oh no." But you've got 1 minute and 20 seconds, and I'm thrilled to bits that you've done a worse job than me on this one.
Gosh, she could have got another arm coming off here, hasn't she? Just
Yes,
going that
yeah,
way.
you say kind of. I mean, yeah, full arm, full arm.
Obviously, we need some.
You've not missed a quite the tears. You've not missed
Titties.
something. Why are they red?
Make them stand out, sort of pop out a bit.
Unless you
There we go, easy. Well, it's gettable. You know what it is.
It's gettable. It's a beginner's mind by Sufjan Stevens and Angelo de Augustine.
Yeah, we talked about it already. It's still good since the last video. It hasn't
I
become
actually
less
think
good.
it's not good since the last video.
Oh, really? You've U-turned?
Yeah,
That's
I've
fair enough.
U-turned,
That's fair
I've
enough.
U-turned.
I need some time to think about this one.
I don't think I can afford you that luxury, I'm afraid.
Alright, fine. Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this at all.
I am.
This is one where I think even though you do know the album, I think you won't get it. And also, like, I think I wouldn't get it if it was you drawing it, even though I know the album.
Okay,
I've done the hands. I've done the hands the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
This is a difficult album to even tell what's going on in the album cover. Never mind being able to draw it.
Is it a turkey? Is it a Christmas turkey?
It could be, couldn't it?
Drink.
Let's just say it could be. I'm just gonna start doing some stupid shit. There we go. I'm gonna finish there.
Okay, cool.
This is obviously, and you'll kick yourself, your mums and dads at home. This is the album Animal by Lump.
Oh!
Which is a really fucking weird album cover. These have all been essentially folk-derived albums so far, not intentionally. But a bit like the Villagers album, this one's going in a more out there psychedelic direction than the last one. A lot of the songs are quite long and spacey and sort of set into sort of grooves, but unlike, a lot of bands that do that, I think they're really captivating and hypnotic in the way they put them together. But as ever, the star of the show for me, and always will be, it's Laura Marling. Laura Marling is on the sort of the vocals and the melodies.
I saw them live at Green Man,
Bastard.
and the Lump was there.
Oh, the look from the first album.
Yeah, but the
That's
lump,
so cool.
the Lump is in this album. It's all tubey and clothy this time instead of fluffy.
Oh, that's the Lump.
The Lump's going to change. But the thing is, the Lump was dancing at the front, in front of everybody, but like below stage, didn't get on stage.
Yeah.
And they didn't put any of the there was screens. They didn't put any of the cameras on.
So there was somebody.
So
in
I was
this...
like, "Oh, it's the Lump." And my friend Hannah's, who's much shorter than me, was like, "I can't see the Lump." So like,
So somebody.
2/3 of the crowd never saw the Lump.
So somebody was in the Lump costume. I thought it was just like a prop.
No, somebody came out as the Lump.
That's amazing.
Or the Lump just appears whenever they play.
Yeah, they don't want it to be there. They can't help it. It
They're
just
like,
turns up.
Fucking hell, that Lump's done
Oh,
up again.
fucking Lump's back. This is what you get for calling our band Lump.
3, 2, 1, begin. Oh, is it the Mr. Potato Head album?
Yeah, it's the Mr. Potato Head album.
Why are his eyes so far apart?
Just fuck you for a start. Like,
Also,
body shaming.
where's his nose?
He hasn't got one. Oh, he actually has quite... Yeah, he does have a nose. Let me put it on.
Oh. Oh, wow, he's got a nose. He's got a nose now.
My hand slipped. How long have I got?
You've got
How long
a
have
minute.
I got? Oh dear.
Keeping the nose, huh? I don't think either of us have undooed, by the way. I think that's something to be proud of. What's he doing to that poor woman?
Actually, that's another man. That's very important, you heteronormative bastard. It is the album Deacon by Serpent with Feet, all one word. Objectively, I think it's a pretty big step down from his last album, but have I listened to it as much as the last album and kept wanting to go back to it? Yeah. And there's something about his sound that I just...
like it.
Well, you're right. You must. You're right. There's just something about his sound that is just so calming to me. I think this is the thing. Like, I come to it because Serpent with Feet is familiar, comforting, calm territory, and that's what I needed more this year than weird and wild and experimental. And I feel bad about that. Like, I feel like I should be trying to push myself more.
Flora's had a bad year. 3.
All right, you ready?
2, 1. Bink. I already know what this is.
Hello, I know who it is. Yeah, we know who this is.
And I have a huge question for you. Why did you make the card green? It's not green.
It's green.
You're colourblind. I keep forgetting you're colourblind.
I'm not colourblind. That's
You
a green.
are.
That's a green-ass card.
This is something that comes up periodically. Is that you're colourblind? It's not.
I'm
green.
not colourblind.
It's like sort of a
That
pale
is-
yellow.
That is green as day.
Hello, it's me, Rob, from the future! After recording this, we found out that Tyler released this album with different cover versions, where the cards are different colour, depending on what streaming service you use. So my deepest apologies to my colleague Flora. She is not, in this instance, being colourblind. Back to the video, bye!
Why would their hat be coming out of the picture? That's not even possible. It's not even a tall hat. It's famously not a tall hat. One of the defining characteristics of the hat is wider than it is tall.
Now, one bad thing about this album cover is there's nothing going in the background, so I'm going to remedy that. So
Unbelievable. You've barely done any of the detail.
these are all going to be different songs from the album. So see if you can figure out what that is. That's one. That is Hot Wind Blows, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
It's hot 'cause it's red.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one.
You've got 47 seconds. This is my favourite thing so far. That's Lemon Head.
That's Lemon Head. Needs to give it a face, obviously. Otherwise, it's just lemon.
Arms coming out of the neck. Love that. Lumberjack.
Lumberjack! Yeah, baby.
Would
I
have
need to do the
appreciated
top
a
of the
red
tree.
checkered shirt, but not too bad. 10 seconds. You reckon you can sneak one more in?
Yeah, fuck it.
5.
Yeah, I've got it. Oh wait, white is white.
3,
Shit.
2,
There we go.
1. Stop.
That's sugar for sweet.
That's it. Got you. It's. Do you want to say what it is?
Call me if you get lost.
Tyler the Creator. We already talked about this one.
It's not by Tyler the Creator though, is it? That's not really fair. Like I know it says Tyler the Creator on the front, but it's not a Tyler the Creator album. This is a DJ Drama album featuring Tyler the Creator.
You're right. Sorry, this is
DJ
Get Lost by DJ Drama featuring Tyler.
DJ Drama is essentially the only person that matters on this album. He's the guy who just he just kind of narrates it. He just sort of like interjects occasionally to just be like, as a reminder, you're listening to Call Me If You Get Lost. This next song's about Geneva. That's in Switzerland.
3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, he's very shocked.
You always assume it's a guy. And it's very sexist.
I assumed it was you had a go at me for assuming it was a girl earlier.
I did, yeah, it is true. Can't deny that.
You had a go at
I
me
don't know what I'm doing
for
here.
this one. Yeah, do you see why it's hard now? It's hard, isn't it?
I don't really know where to go with this.
You had a go at me for mine, and you have decided the way that you're going to better me on this is by making the coat come out of her ears.
I'm going a bit more abstract with it. Like, I think I'm going more like Picasso.
This is the album The Girl Who Became a Tent, The Girl Who Was a Tent with a Head. Please do a little couple of people toasting marshmallows in between her coat.
Oh, what have I done? Oh no.
Interesting placement of the hands on the... Oh, is it that she's got it on her knees?
Yeah.
Oh no, what's this?
It's not titties, if that's what you're asking.
I love how this turned out because you had such a go at me for mine. Rightfully, mine was awful. I think yours is worse.
They're both bad in different ways. I would say mine has one strong advantage, which is that mine has a guy toasting marshmallows
Yeah,
in it.
and whose fucking idea was that? It's my idea.
It's true.
It's Kids by Nogueras. We talked about it in the last video. Let's do like reminiscing things, and I'll put in that diddly diddly diddly.
Lovely. What a great time that was, an hour ago, which is when we recorded it. Ready when you are.
3, 2, 1, go.
That's right, it's for the first time.
Oh no.
I just thought...
Oh no, you keep making mental decisions. Every decision you make is more mental than the last.
How long have I got?
You've got a minute and 15 seconds.
Oh, I don't love that. I'm not nearly done.
This drawing's really creeping me out. Like, that's horrible.
It's a bad time, isn't it?
Can you please do something with her face before you finish? Like,
if I have time, I will, but I do have quite a lot more to do, so I'm not sure. How long have I got?
You've got 35 seconds. How can anything be more of a priority than
see.
fixing that face? Oh, she's
If
not
I've
got
enough time.
She's not got any arms, to be fair. She is hench.
And then we'll sort of...
That's your time. That's your time. That's your time. Oh, great.
This is Troubled Paradise by Slayyter.
Slayyter. So I did listen to
Slayyter. This is like the more sort of snotty, aggressive side of hyperpop. Very pop. I mean, if anything, there's quite a lot of like Britney Spears influence on this record. Slayyter brings the bangers in every single time, just bang, 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 bang. And the last track on the album, which is one of the ballads, Letters, that's my favourite song of the year. That is beautiful. It's unbelievably beautiful.
3, 2, 1, go. Neither of us just went for full pink, which, let's be honest, is more similar to what you and I's skin tone is.
Yeah, but we are pale. We are pasty.
Pale and just red. Like, I'm very red.
And before you say that's not what a mouth looks like, when you see the album, it'll make sense.
It's hard for me to criticise this when I don't know what it is. Are you happy with how this is going?
Could be worse.
She looks a bit like a lizard. She looks a bit like you.
I see it.
Very beaky.
She's a lesbian. I am literally single and ready to mingle, except not ready to mingle because my trust in people is completely broken.
I mean, I have not got the foggiest what that is.
Oh, this is a mess. For people who have not been keeping up with this artist's career, it's going to sound like I'm taking the complete piss. This is Rebecca Black Was Here, the EP from Rebecca Black, released this year.
Why did you not tell me about this?
Just slipped my mind. I mean, I don't need to tell you who she is. If you're watching this video, you're probably either a millennial or Gen Z or my mum. So for my mum's sake, Rebecca Black was the artist who did that Friday song from about 10 years ago, which attracted a lot of online hate. Disappeared from the public eye for a bit, with good reason. And came back and was like, okay, now I actually know how to make good music. I'm going to do that.
I'm queer. And
she is very queer.
And I've been listening to 100 Gex.
Not 100 Gex. It's not that kind of... It's like... I'll tell you what it's exactly like. It's like Caroline Polachek. It's great to see an artist who obviously was bullied to fucking hell for a song that she had very minimal involvement with other than being the face of. Take some time out, come back, confident in her sexuality, confident in her musical ability, and go, let's face it, if I'm going to make a comeback, I'm going to make a comeback with the gays.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it's Fetch Podcast again. Is it Channel Orange?
By Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
From 2013?
I think we're talking 2010, my dude.
No, 2012. That's got the difference.
2011, that's my final offer. I'm going to ask you the same question as I asked before. How do you think this is going? Because I don't know what it is, so I can't criticise it.
Well, you can tell what I'm drawing.
It's an orange house.
Yeah, so like, that's...
One of the lights is on. You've actually not gone as insane as you did last year. You had a full meltdown. Let's not beat around the bush here.
Yeah, I think I've done too much melting down this year already. This album is called TIAPFYH. Yes, that's the album name. It is by the artist Left at London. It's taking a lot of those like tropes from hyperpop, the sped up chipmunked vocals, the distorted sections, and applying them to this sort of sweeping, almost art rock style, which is completely unique. The pinnacle being the first track, which is a 10-minute long song called Pills and Good Advice, which is you have to listen to. It starts off as like a little indie folk song almost, and then just explodes and goes into every single direction it can. Every time I've listened to it, I've just been blown away by just what, like, how sure of itself it is, how impressive and how like polished on every single corner it is, and how different it sounds to anything else I've heard before. It's just a mighty, mighty impressive album. Thank you for checking out this video where I drew 10 of my favourite albums of the year. What were your favourite albums of the year? Are they different to ours? If so, don't tell us, because we're objectively right and we don't want to hear any wrong opinions. Well done for making it through the video. We're so proud of you.
Hey, Dan Cranson here, the Vanity Projects Manager. Congratulations on making it to the end of an amazing video. Why don't you reward yourself by subscribing here or watching another video here? And why don't you reward me by lending me like £50 to £100? Please?